Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. If you're conversant with your history between 1967 and 1970, the instrument with which they used to defeat the Ndigbos during that time was actually the instrument of hunger. And we had a little glimpse of it during the Sasha Ibadan Hausa Yoruba clash that took place that claimed a lot of properties and lives, of course. And a lot of persons are wondering if we go through that again. This one, the Southerners actually escaped it by whiskers simply because we still had one or two things in our shelf. Right now, the Ohaneze have decided to speak up, and honestly, it is worth listening to. It is not just for the Southeast alone, it's for the Southerners as a whole. There's this general saying, a word is enough for the wise. Some people will say in other languages, they will tell you, "Aboronomas of Omoluabi, tuba denu yo didi." But in order, saying a word is enough for the wise. But let's find out what it is. The advice that Ohaneze and Ndigbo is telling to the Southerners and especially the Southeasterners. But before we do so, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, the Apex Igbo Socio-Cultural Organization, Ohaneze Ndigbo, has charged governors of Igbo extraction to adopt the agricultural revolution programs of the late Premier of Eastern Region, Michael Okpala, to ensure food sufficiency and security in the land. This is coming as there are reports that some northerners have decided to stop the transportation of food items, including cows, to the southern part of Nigeria. This, it was gathered, was as a result of the crisis between southerners and northerners, especially the Sasha market riot in Ibadan, the Oyo state capital, as well as the herders farmers clashes in different parts of the region. Ohaneze Ndigbo, in a press statement by the East Secretary General Mazi Okechukwu Iziguzoro and made available today, said this is the right time for governors and citizens of Igbo nation to invest in agriculture, warning that the region would not condone any attempt to intimidate or insult their collective survival by any section of the country. The highest Igbo organization further called for maximum security in every nook and crannies of Igbo land during this farming season to forestall herders and farmers' clashes. According to Ohaneze, inasmuch as we advocate maximum security and protection of Igbo farmers during the farming season, the governors must ensure they provide adequate security. We wish to categorically state that agriculture is the next destination for investment in Igbo land. By so doing, we are calling on Ndigbo to invest in small-scale agriculture. Some governors should emulate Governor Dave Umahi-led government agricultural revolution to ensure food security for Ndigbo from now to 2023. The Northerners should be worried about a few elements who will portray the North in bad light. We have never forgotten that the high food blockage was used as warfare against Ndigbo in 1967 civil war. Ndigbo should prepare themselves and never allow food blockage from North become a determinant factor to use against Igbo project in 2023. The food blockage was in an attempt by the Northern Cabal to thwart the collective ambition of Igbo nation in 2023, the Igbo group claimed. Wow. Now, this is, they usually say that once a fool, there's still time to, recover, but twice, then it's a case of forever. Don't forget that this was the same instrument that was used to bend the hand of Ndigbo during the 1967-1970 civil war. But right now, I feel that they should be wiser, and I know they are wiser, not just Ndigbo now, but the Southerners. But don't forget, while they're all screaming, everybody should go green, we all should hit our farmlands. Food is sufficiency. Food is the next oil and gas. Food is the next boom. But the question is, while we are saying all this, is there security to protect lives and property? Just Monday this week to Friday, Eleme, that's one of the co-chairs, one of the communities in Eleme local government area, have been screaming and shouting, asking their local government chairman and even their governor to look in that direction, because Fulani herdsmen have decided to chase the farmers out of the farmlands. You ask a question. We say there's no open grazing, right? They ban it everywhere in southern Nigeria, but yet these guys not only open graze, they use the forest. They don't care who's. They will even take their cows to your cassava. They don't care what you have done on it, and they will tell you they better make route for anyone. I ask the question. All this agreement that's been done, enforced laws that have been created, who are enforcing them? You keep telling me ETL, so they've spoken to their members. It's like the thing enters the community or enters ETL organization, but it does not have a trickle down effect on those who hit the forest with their cows. Their progress is actually hindering the progress of another. In fact, it's thwarting the progress of another person, which is the farmers. For how long are we going to continue like this? And nations like states like Benue, who have been known to be the food basket of the nation, the question is, are you sure they're truly still the food basket of the nation, judging by the fact that Fulani herdsmen are not even allowing them adequate and ample time to go into the forest? This is planting season. What will become of any farmer who doesn't plant now? What's the season of harvest? There'll be nothing, little or nothing to harvest from. I think it's about time. We've made quite a lot of laws concerning these issues. It's about time we begin to enforce some of these laws. Not some, all of these laws. If they say there's no open grazing, if they say they should stay away from the forest, please, enforcers should be enforced, should be put in place. You now understand a little bit, whilst to a great extent, ESN seem to be doing a good job. Amateku should also need to rise up more than where they are right now. Because as I speak to you, this is beyond the ordinary eye. And Ndigbo should be really ready. I think it's a case of now protecting the collective effort and collective resources of all. Okay? Farmers now are like endangered species, and their farm produce are like rare gold, rare, precious seeds. We need to protect them. Anyone who uses weapon of hunger has indeed used a great deal. It's one who is alive, who is strong and alive, that can actually defend his land. There's one who has food to eat that will be strong enough to defend his land. And it's also those who are alive, who are strong, that can actually sell the oil that is actually a mineral resource in their land. So the politics behind it is huge, it's enormous. You may call it just agriculture, but the trickle-down effect can actually defeat a nation if you allow it to slide just the way things are happening. I guess this is to be forewarned, is to be forearmed. They're actually telling Ndigbos ahead of time, or the Igbo governors ahead of time, to brazen up, because the road ahead is steep. Let's put in the comment section. What's your take on this?